Hi friends, how you doing today? Welcome to my channel, Turquoise Dreaming. This is Sheree, and today is hashtag Thrifty Thursday. Just as a reminder, this is an open collab hosted by myself. Everyone's welcome to participate. You just post if you're going to post a video or Instagram, just link my channel and use the hashtag Thrifty Thursday and post it on Thursday. So this is a kind of a continuation from last week's video from my local thrift store where I went and didn't really finish everything I got because it was, I didn't want the video to be any longer. So I'm going to just real quick try to go through these things. There was another, I didn't show you, a third little pack. I showed you two last week, and then this is another one of the coin rollers. And then I got a couple of curling ribbon. They had a big bunch of ribbon, and they had all kinds of ribbon in there, not just the curling ribbon, but all kinds of ribbons, and I'll show you the other ones I got out of there. But I wanted a couple. I had kind of had in my mind that I wanted a little bit of curling ribbon for, I didn't know if I might use it on my paper clips, or even wrapping, an order and just having some curly ribbon that I can curl the ends. I think that's pretty. So, and that would be pretty on a paper clip too. So I got two, I think. Oh, here's one more. Got this kind of rosy pink color, and this is pink here. You can see through the cellophane. And this one, there's a lot on these. This one's not even open, it's got the cellophane on it. And then this blue one is open, but there's still a lot on there. And these cost hardly anything, so just what I needed, kind of what I had in the back of my mind. And then the other ribbons they had in there were this one from Dollar Tree. It didn't cost me way under $1. And this is when it was $1 too. Now they're $1.25. But anyway, it's the little ribbon with the carrots that they put out at Easter. So one of those. And then this one, I like these like thin, and the width-wise ribbons that are actual, nice ribbon, but I like to use these on my paper clips. It's just easy to get around on paper clip without being too bulky. So my decorated paper clips, and there's a lot on here, and this was in that little section with a really super cheap ribbon. I think they just wanted to get rid of it. So it was very, very cheap. And this one was in there. This is just a solid, a little piece of tape there on it to hold it together, I guess. But just a solid blue kind of satiny, nice ribbon. This could be a journal closure too. It's a nice, a nice thick satiny ribbon. A nice solid color that could be a nice journal closure. So that's why I got that one. And then this one too is a little satiny ribbon in this plastic container. Originally from Kmart. Satin ribbon, yep. And it's peachy color. So let's see how much is in there. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It's whatever it is what it is. Okay, so let's see. Let's go through this last, and then I'll show you this real quick. Speaking of paper clips, I went back the next week after this. This is stuff I got, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, but I haven't shown you yet. I haven't had time to do a Thrifty Thursday on them yet. And I went back the next week and just kind of looked to see if they had any more. I didn't need any more, but I just was wondering, because they had more bags that I didn't get. They had a bunch of these like paper clips bags. I think they put them together and they were selling. This one was 25 cents. This one was 25 cents. And this one was $1 for some reason. Not sure why. But anyway, I picked out these three because they had interesting paper clips in them. This one has some, I'm going to try not to really open them, but it has some of these little stripy paper clips. You can see right there. I think you can probably see those stripy ones. And then some of the metal, regular silver metal ones, some of the solid plastic ones, like there's orange and green, all colors in there. And was there anything else in here? Not that I can see at the moment, but I like those little stripy ones. I don't have any of those, so I thought that's why I got this one, because I had those stripy paper clips. And then this one has colored and silver. And these are all, these both have all the smaller paper clips, not the, you know, the jumbo ones. These, and that's kind of what I, you know, use most in my journals that I decorate, you know, with little ribbons or whatever. These little ones, I'm trying to see, there was some kind of interesting, but these are all little ones too, silver and just colored. Oh, there's one stripey one in there. So yeah, that's that one. And this one was $1. I think this one has some shaped paper clips in here. It has a big one that I know is probably vintage. And then it had, oh, and it has some jumbo paper clips in here and small ones. And I could have sworn there was a shaped, like circular. There, I believe there's some circular ones in one of these, like little spirals. Of course, I can't see them right now. Let's see, have I opened this? I have opened this one. Okay, let's see. Not that you really need to see them. I know you can take my word for it, but see, here's one of these big old. I've seen one of these in, I think, something similar to this in my office. A long time ago, someone sent papers like to our office with one of these clips. So I know it's been around. I don't know if they, I mean, I guess maybe, I don't know if they make these anymore, but the only time I've seen them is a long time ago in my office, like, you know, 15, 20 years ago. And so I don't know where the spiral little paper clips are now, but anyway, there was some shaped one, unless I have another bag around here somewhere. But anyway, I'm stocked up on paper clips. I mean, 25 cents for all those paper clips, and it's probably, I mean, I'm sure it's more. You get quite a few in the Dollar Tree little packet of paper clips. Is there 100 in there or something like that? But I think there's a little bit more in here in these two bags than this one's heavier. The heaviest. Let me see. No, this is probably the heaviest, but it's got the bigger. You know, it was $1. This one's the next heaviest, and it was 25 cents. And I think there's way more, not way more, but a bit more than in the Dollar Tree one. And this one, too, I think there's a bit more in here. And that was 25 cents. So I figure I couldn't lose on that. And then they had a bunch of ephemera this time when I went. So I just, it was all in a little spot pretty much. I think these were in a different spot. And these were in the card, where the cards are. But all of these, I think, were together. All of these were together for sure. Yeah, these are felt flower stickers for 50 cents. $1.99 at one time from somewhere. Easter, it says right there under this price tag. But there's 12 pieces, never been opened. They have a little foam, like it looks like a sticker, but it is a 2-layer little felt flower where you have the flower shape and then a little center piece. So I thought those were cute. And then some others, and I think I've had these before, something similar, and I've used them all a long time ago. They were gone, but these also have a little, and you can usually take that off if you don't want the little foam sticker piece on the back. You can usually peel that off if you want it to be like a little less bulky. But these have like a kind of like a what looks like a felt flower, and a little gem in the middle, from the same place, Easter Crafts, whoever that was from, probably Hobby Lobby or somewhere, or Michael's or something. But 50 cents for, there's 30 pieces in this little package. So cute. And then I'll go through the ephemera in a second because there's just a few things right here. So I found these cards there in the card section. Last week I showed you the thank you cards. They were in the same section as these little cards. But these were really cool. I mean, they're just so different. It's a little, it says, you're invited with this beautiful flower, like looks like a water lily or something. These little leaves look like water lily, and it has water on it. And then it's a little invitation. Isn't that cute? They were so different. I was so glad that I found them. There were some ladies, well, a lady and I think a couple of her daughters were right behind me looking at cards, and I was like, I picked these up just before they got to where I was. They came in right behind me. We're looking around right behind me. I was like, oh, I'm glad I picked these up in case they were going to pick them up, you know, because they're just so unique. I love them. I was just so excited when I found them. And then these, I forget what section these were in. This is my local thrift store, so it doesn't really matter that unless you guys come over my way, you're not gonna go there. But these look like they've never been opened. And originally, you know what, I saw these somewhere. They looked, I think I saw them on scrapbook.com or somewhere like that. I don't remember now, but maybe you recognize them. This says set of 12, and this one, yeah, they have different sizes in here of these little kind of like, they look like key tags. They just have a little metal loop here. Is it a jump ring? I think it's a little jump ring. And they have these little pictures in them, so they're all ready to go. I can just hang them on, you know, on a paper clip or a ball pen or whatever, but they're all ready to go. And they just, oh, they have strings on them. Or they have strings in here. Oh, those are strings. Those aren't, oh, they felt like metal through here, but it's just a string. Okay. So I can either use a string or take the string off and put a paper clip or a, you know what I'd probably do is put a jump ring through there and then put the jump ring on a paper clip and then clip it to a page. But these are Christmassy. I mean, that one looks Christmassy. This just says hope there. So that could be all year. This says wish you gifts and Happy New Year. So that's kind of Christmassy. And this may have Christmassy words on it. I'm not sure. But that one looks like almost like it could be any time. So, and there's two of them. This looks like it has different, the packaging looks the same. It's weird. I don't know where they were before they were at this thrift store, but this says $6.50 right there, and I got them for 50 cents each. And this one says $9.75. This is a set of, it doesn't say, well, we can see how many there are. There's 6. And this is double, 12. But this has a little bit different things in there. Trying to see if they're Christmassy or what. Oh, these say Florida. So these are like, oh, look, there's some little ones up here too. Aren't those cute? These are adorable. But these are more maybe summery type decoration. Weather, happiness. There's palm trees and kind of tropical flowers. There is a snow scene back here though. So that's not Florida and that's not summer. So interesting. I wonder if somebody put that together themselves and put that top back on it or something. I don't know how it happened, but they're in my hands now, so I'll open them up and use them. But then the other thing I found that day was this, all these little pieces of ephemera, and I think I didn't get them all. There was a few left behind, but there's something that must have come in, and they just put them all on this little table, and I went through them all and then picked out the ones that I thought I could use. But these are, let me see. So I'll open one of these, and then I'll show you all the ones like these without opening them. But these are little acetate butterflies. At least a couple different ones in here. So let me show you. And so yeah, they're acetate. I don't know, it doesn't say what they are. They're just in a random little Ziploc bag here. So I don't know where they came from. So I don't know if they don't feel like stickers. I might just have to use some glue on the back of these. They don't look like there's anything to peel off, but see little butterflies like that, little acetate butterflies. In this one, you just never know what you're going to find in thrift stores, right? So is there any more like that? These all have their original packaging, it looks like. So like these, there's 2 of these, and they put the sticker right over what it is. I would really like to be able to read what it is for my own personal knowledge and so I can tell you. So let's just peel this off real quick and see what it says. Midsummer Flowers. Okay, so I think these are, oh, this has got a little flap on it here. Good. We can probably open this. Is it a flap? No? Yes? Oh, it's a weird upside down flap kind of thing. Oh, it opened, it was up like this, and then you peel it open, and it's still not open. That's just open the top part. Okay. Oh, here's the flap. It's on the bottom. You know, sometimes you just don't have to figure these things out. I mean, I didn't open them in the store. I could see, you know, what they were, you know, what I thought they were. So, okay, these are acetate flowers also. And these could go in a corner. They kind of have a layered look to them. And see, these two are pretty much the same. It says 20 pieces. So I don't know if they're all the same, but they're all very similar and so similar colors. Very pretty silver and these burgundy colors. So might save those for fall or whatever journal I have that those will go in. I can use them on a page or on a tag or journal card or whatever I need to decorate, envelope. So that there was two. Oops, I left one out. I'll put that back later. And then, so all of these are different things. So this is another just random. Oh, this one has random packaging too. I don't usually find ephemera like this there, so it's kind of different to find this there. So you know, you gotta grab things like in a store like that when you see them, or else the next time you go back they're going to be gone. So these are little cardstock type ephemera. So you would glue these down. They're not stickers, but little kind of almost neutral, you know, or very light colored. All flowers. Okay. Very pretty. Oh, here's a heart in here. It looks like, yeah, I mean, you could glue these down on something, or you could even put a little hole in there and use it as a charm. Oh, here's a little frame. Oh, look at this. It's like a little gem. Like a brooch. It looks like a brooch. Yeah. Anyway, interesting. No, I'm glad I got them all, though. All of these. Very different from anything I have. So, that's what I look for. When it gets, if I'm going to bring something home, it should be different than what I have, right? I don't need more of what I have. Well, sometimes I do need more of what I have, but usually I have quite a bit of what I have, you know, but then I do run out of things. So the next package is these little purple flowers. I thought these were really pretty. I have some little flowers, my tower, my pillar, and then I have some from Dollar Tree, and these look like they might be from, it says Recollections on them, but I love the little shades. I just want to see what they look like on the back. Okay, so you can just easily glue these down. They're just flat on the back. They have a little flat back bead like in the middle, and then there are these different shades of purple, like light, medium, and here's the dark. Let's see, oh, are they 2 layers? Kind of layered a little bit. Really pretty and small, so I thought those were pretty. It's a color I don't really have, so, and there's a bunch in there, 48, so that was cool to find. And this is a pretty little envelope, kind of like a glassine, or more like a, I guess it's more like an acetate envelope. Pretty little flowered envelope, cost me $1. It says Grabby. Oh, this is from a Grabby box. Somebody gave their Grabby flowers to the thrift store, or whatever's in here. Cool. I never had a Grabby box, so I would love one. If Grabby wants to send me one, I will gladly review it for them. Okay, so these are acetate flowers, and oh, flowers and butterflies. Okay, so like roses and some pretty butterflies. Cool. You could always staple these down too. Actually, if you're making a cluster, you could put a little staple like right in the middle of this, middle of the butterfly, and you probably wouldn't even notice it if you just wanted to staple something like that down. And the flowers too, really. And then you can combine these. That was stuck on there. Oh, there's a butterfly on this one. But I guess you could combine these like a flower and a butterfly together on something. Would be pretty. Yeah. So those are neat. Exciting. I'm so excited I got something from Grabby. Ooh, here's some pretty butterflies. Look at those orange ones. That is gorgeous. I like that color a lot. Those are pretty. What else is in here? Little one, little orangey one. Gorgeous. And there's some little flying, some in flight there. Oh, nice. Thank you. Whoever donated these to the thrift store, I'm glad I get to use them. And I love this little envelope. I'll be able to easily peel that a little price tag off of there, and then I can cover up the grabby if I want to, even with a little butterfly. Oh, this one matches. Look at that. Cute. Put one up over there too, maybe one. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see where this ends up. That was a fun envelope. Okay. See, it's like stuff like, you know, it's always what I think of when I go to the thrift store. That's what motivates me to go. Is like, oh, what am I missing? What's there, you know, that's different, you know, because you never know. Okay, so this is another little kind of acetate envelope, almost kind of like glassine, but this one's more glassine maybe than this one. I'm not sure. They might be the same. I wonder if this is from Grabby too. It doesn't say Grabby on it though. Anyway, let's see what's in here. I really don't remember. Like I said, it's been a few weeks since I brought these home. Okay, so these look like little, that one was only 50 cents, this envelope. These look like little pieces of ephemera. Cute. You could layer these. Like that. That looks cute. There's a little hole through the middle. What else is in here? Oh, maybe you're just supposed to make layered flowers with these. Look at this. How cute this would be. Well, that one's, you want different colors to go together so they show up. Or like this and that. I wonder what you're supposed to put in the middle, because there's a hole in the middle. Here's, oh, these are pretty. These are kind of, almost, it's paper, but they're kind of like lacy looking. Can you see the lines through there, like a die cut? They're like they're die cuts, basically. They're kind of like, I think they're commercially die cut because of the envelope. If they came in that envelope, oh, look at the butterfly. Yeah, with all these little, yeah, different, you know, pieces that are, you know, the pattern, the holes. You know, a die cut machine would do that. Oh, look at this, like, oh man, I'm kind of blown away by these. They're so pretty. Look at that. I guess I didn't open them really in the store. I just, maybe I don't know if I peeked inside or what, and I said, oh, look at that layering. That would be pretty together. See, here's separate and together. Oh, those are going to be fun to play with and make things out of. Oh, yeah, a bunch of those. Patterns and plain. Yeah, those would be fun to make little flowers, embellishments with, and decorate things with. All right. They're very neutral, so they could go with a lot. They would especially look good with any vintagey journal type page or ephemera. So I think I'm going to stop there because I don't want this video to get too long. I don't know how long it is, but I think that's quite a lot that I showed you today. And then stay tuned for next week. I'm sure I'll have some things to show you, and I hope you enjoyed this week's, and I'll see you in my next Thrifty Thursday, and stay tuned for my next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.